Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to today's morning ramble. And today I wanted to share something that I've noticed over the years with clients, and it's about worry. And from time to time, clients come to me and they're worried. It's not unusual, it's very normal. But what I've come to see is that even though I worry too sometimes, it's normal, as in it's habitual. But it's not really natural. It's a circular process. I remember once sitting and working through a bunch of possibilities for a training. So I was scenario planning. I was running through a bunch of different possibilities and how it might go if I did this and how it might go if I did that. And then I started to, without noticing, worry about it. And I could feel that I was worrying because I could feel stressed. I felt anxious. And those are the feelings when you worry thoughts around in your mind. You get stressed, anxious feelings as a general rule. And I noticed the difference in what I was doing in my own head was when I was scenario planning, I would follow things through to a happy conclusion. When I was worrying, I would just run them around in circles. And it's like worrying beads. You're moving them around in a circle, but they're not really changing. They're not really going anywhere. So for a while I thought, well, the solution to worry is you just always have to think through your worries to the end. But what I found for me is that just made it worse because I didn't always get to the end and my mind would wander and then it would go back in a circle. And the more I tried to work it out, the more worried I became. And eventually I noticed that if worry didn't look like a good idea to me, I did less of it. Now that may sound strange because you might think, well, why would worry be a good idea? But here's what's interesting. When I've talked to clients and I have said to them, if I could wave a magic wand and I could make it so that you could never worry about anything ever again, would you want me to wave the magic wand? And almost to a person, they say no. They say, well, no, I'd like to worry less. I'd like to be able to stop worrying on command. But I don't want to not worry because if I don't worry about money, I'll get into trouble. If I don't worry about my future, I won't take the time to create my future. So we think that worry is helpful. We think at some level that worrying shows that we care, or that worrying is going to keep us safe, or that worrying is going to motivate us to go out and create things that we just wouldn't be motivated to do if we weren't worried. Now, here's the thing. If you don't really want to stop worrying, you probably won't. But if you really, really do, there's at least a better chance that you will. Now, here's the thing about worry as a show of caring. Worry doesn't show that you care. Worry shows that you've got a busy mind. Caring shows that you care. Here's the thing about worry and staying safe. Worry does the exact opposite. When you're worried, you're in your head. You're not in your body, but you're also not in the larger mind. You're not available to the intelligence that's plugged into everything that will let you know if there really is a clear and present danger. But will also, through that open space of not worry, will bring fresh ideas to you that will help you handle whatever may come your way and keep you safer than worrying as an attempt to keep you safe. And if you're worried because you think it's motivating you to go out and create a future, it might in the short term. But for most people, long term, they lose interest in the future because it's so scary, because they're worried about it all the time. So here's today's invitation. If you knew for a fact that worry did not keep you safe, did not show that you care, did not motivate you to create futures as a great long-term strategy, but in fact was just what happens in the mind sometimes when we get busy up here, when we start overthinking things? Would you still want to do it? And as long as your answer is yes, you probably will. But if you get to a point where you can see, I could do without this. I genuinely could do without this. What I found for me is it begins to fall away. At some level, it stops seeming like a good idea. And while I can't promise you you'll stop worrying altogether, because I haven't, I can definitely say you'll stress less, you'll worry less, you'll feel less anxious, and you'll actually be more creative, more secure in yourself, and more willing to create the future without needing to be motivated. Have fun, learn heaps. I'll talk with you soon.